Hey guys, welcome back to the Hustlin Horsepower YouTube channel. We appreciate everyone that has liked, subscribed to the channel, or supported us in any way, shape, or form. Maddie and I can't thank you all enough. We're going to do a little bit of a 2021 recap here, but to start off, guys, we're damn near 15,000 followers in just doing this YouTube journey in the first 6 to 8 months. Guys, it means a lot to us. For those of you that have subscribed to the channel or followed the journey through the Facebook page, you all know we lost the Dirty 30 early summer of 2020. We spent the remaining portion of the year simply regrouping and getting things in line to start on the new build, the homegrown Hustler. We started the fab work in the beginning of 2021. I did a 4-link front suspension, 3-shock setup, anti-roll bar, wishbone, slip shaft for the steering, and all that crammed into the front of the car to fit the almost 9 inches of travel from the Viking shocks. In the rear, I built a 9-inch rear end. Had an adjustable 3-point ladder bar style setup in the rear that had an extreme amount of adjustability. We started off 2021 with the burnt up motor out of the Dirty 30, and we ran that for the first few months. There was a bunch of one-off parts on this car. In fact, just about everything on the car was one-off, built in the shop by myself or with the help of Lady Gangster. We did the Fab 9-inch, shortened it up, 4-link brackets from Tin Soldiers race cars, fabbed up some steering arms and a bunch of other things to get it all in line. I mounted the rack and pinion directly to the drop axle on this car to help with the full length of suspension travel and not run into any toe issues. We fit in some side jobs in the center of all this. That's Maddie working on a big tub grinder where we had to fix up the gearbox. The wishbone, all in there. We went with a wishbone setup to help with the suspension travel on the car. This is the 3rd shock setup that I built. There's a little bit of a video on this, but I'll go into the more in depth in the future videos with the new car, the 34 that we're building. That has the fuel cell right here. I built the fuel cell so it fit inside the old radiator shell. A little bit of a front suspension mock-up, and then there's me. This is just before dig or die. I threw the motor together, I think 2 days or 3 days before dig or die. The whole Whack Customs drop axle, Willwood disc brakes, we're dealers for them. There's me and Rob tossing in the motor for the first time. I think that was just a couple days before we left for dig or die, if I remember properly. There's a whole front setup. I think this is within 3 to 4 days before we're leaving for dig or die. I can't get over the way this thing looks with the front end on. We're going to be running the 34 with the front end on all the time. We just ran into some issues with some clearancing with the headers from the Dirty 30, but I'll have to build some new headers before too long. On top of all this, we sold our house and moved out just 5 days after the homegrown Hustler moved under its own power for the first time. Lady Gangster and I remodeled the house, painted the whole interior, exterior, refinished our hardwood floors, and a bunch of other things in between working on the car. In the 5 months of building the car, there was only one day that we didn't make it out into the shop. And that's with the house remodel on the market. We just didn't have time to do anything else. We fit in a couple transportations in there too. We hauled this car out to Oklahoma for a friend of ours. Now the first time testing out the homegrown Hustler, yeah, I guess you could say the cherries and blueberries got after us. You can't forget Sexy Rexy. That dog's traveled with us everywhere. We've had a lot of fun with that dog. He's traveled over 150,000 miles with us the last several years. He's only 3 years old and has traveled more than most people in this world. I love this picture over at Marion County Raceway. The track recently sold, but we'll be back out. Can't forget Lady Gangster. Here, I shot down to Arkansas to help with Alex Taylor's twin turbo 55 Chevy build. I shot down there several times to get it ready for Rocky Mountain Race Week. I guess you could say I worked to exhaustion a couple times. We were up for 36 hours after I drove all the way out there. That was a little over 1,000 miles. Here, after Rocky Mountain Race Week, yep, that's it. Me and my nephew, Bad Donkey, we made it to my sister's wedding with 15 minutes to spare. That was 1,526 miles nonstop to make it back to a wedding with 15 minutes to spare. Me, Maddie, and Sexy Rexy, just over at our buddy Jasper's house. We made it out there, and it crashed at his in his kid's bed. I can't forget Jansen Motorsports, our go-to machine shop. These guys, we appreciate the hell out of them. Eric Yost, Customs by Biggin, and the guys out there. Guys, we appreciate it. We love bouncing ideas off of you. Here, we won the second chance race at Dig or Die. First time we went out there, they thought the car was a joke. Second time, we made a statement, I guess you could say. Can't forget Lady Gangster getting in there and making some seats. Caught on the camera at Summit Racing. After we sold the house, we bought the toter home.
So here we are, guys, getting ready to go dancing with the beautiful badass. You gonna say something?
What?
You gonna say something?
About my boots?
Sure.
I don't know
Fancy!
if you can see it. There's white powder on them.
I need to trim on my mustache.
Insert Corey Malone picture.
So what did you just do?
Nothing.
Open up the door.
Okay.
Those are the shenanigans we have to deal with when we're trying to rebuild the trailer here 2 days before we race for 100 grand. No, I'm just joking. They're out here having some fun. Emma was in there trying to scare Maddie.
Work hard, gotta play hard too.
He forgot about me.
I forgot about her. She was up in there. She was in there for like 20 minutes. I told you guys to stay really, really quiet. But, hey.
What, because
She
you
was a
were
little
trying
bit-
to get her to scare me?
Yeah, and then I forgot about her. Because I'm half asleep.
It was great because it was quiet.
That was great. Do you think we should put her in there more often?
Yeah.
I think so. I close the door.
Rude.
Lock them in there.
I'm already in here.
I'm just joking. We gotta put them to work.
Yeah.
So guys, this is,
We got work.
we're supposed to be leaving for like Crossville in like,
Couple hours.
yeah, ideally it's like 12 hours or less. So, we're in good shape-ish. You think?
We've been in worse situations.
We've been in worse
I'm
situations.
being honest.
What do you think, Jakey?
About what?
You think we're in good shape?
Yeah.
Okay. I like your confidence. What do you think, Emma? Do you think we're in good shape?
No. Yes. Bye-bye. Okay.
Bye-bye. Lock her in there. All right. Let's go eat dinner now.
Gotta be quiet.
This car had so much potential. It was such a sad ending to a car that made it to 7 finals in just 5 months. Built by a young couple in their garage, it was a true essence of a home-built hot rod. But it's just metal, and we still have our hands, blood, sweat, and tears, and we're coming back in 2022. We wish you all a Happy New Year.